Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our interview with Shiran Weitzman and Ofir Shabtai. Shiran is the CEO and co-founder at Shield, and Ofir is also a co-founder and CTO at Shield. And their company specializes in employee electronic communication compliance, as it helps organizations uncover hidden insights such as inside trading, unlawful behavior, market abuse, and privacy matters. So, Shiran, Ofir, thank you for joining us today. I know you have little time, so it's kind of very fortunate for us to keep you two both on our podcast. So, welcome.
Thank you for having us. We are happy for your patience with us, and it took time to book it. So,
absolutely, I believe we will have a great conversation about the risk in behavior analytics, behavior analysis, and also AI in unstructured communication. But before that, please introduce yourself, Shiran. Please go ahead first.
All right, super. So my name is Shiran Weitzman. I'm the co-founder and CEO here at Shield. In my background, I'm a software engineer, although most of my career I did in go-to-market position, starting from a pre-sale all the way to sales management. And I was selling to financial institutes, both risk and insights solution or analytical solution for the last 20 years, actually. So quite intimate understanding of the risk and challenges of the financial or regulated firms, let's say.
Ofir, please go ahead.
I am Ofir Shabtai, CTO and co-founder of Shield. Today I manage all the technology part in Shield, R&D, engineering, data science, security, product, etc. By 20 years in technology, various technology roles. Previously to Shield, I founded another startup, which was had a nice success for 7 years. And this is it.
All right, fantastic. So let's dive into more your topic of our discussion about your company and what you do, guys. So Shiran, what are the business cases that your solution solves the best in the eyes of your customers? In other words, what is the main challenge you are trying to solve?
So I think that we introduced a new concept to this domain and to this market, which is the end-to-end electronic communication platform, right? Or electronic communication compliance platform. Maybe understanding the market before Shield was established or before we came, the market was built on multiple points and these separate solutions. A solution for voice analytics, a solution for email, and one for email analytics, and goes on and on. So a financial firm or a regulated firm can find itself with multiple platform and multiple point solution when they need to search for the data or analyze their data, and it was a chaotic environment. Regardless, that's what they used to. But then when you are adding additional capabilities like, I don't know, suddenly Microsoft Teams wasn't available 5 years ago, but you want to communicate with Microsoft Teams, or communicating in WhatsApp or different type of, or Zoom like we are communicating today, it's becoming almost impossible to edit, right? So we were observing this, right? And by the way, on top of that, multiple different regulation and requirements from different entities within the financial firm or within this regulated organization. One requirement for capture, another requirement for market manipulation, another requirements for search for the data. So multiple requirements, but there wasn't a single platform that can handle this end-to-end. So that's what we came to do. We develop an end-to-end electronic communication platform that handles the entire pipeline of electronic communication in terms of regulation, in terms of capture, in terms of record retention and information governance, all the way to understanding the pure behavior of the employees and understanding the risk that comes from that specific behaviors and their way of communications towards addressing risks that the banks is facing, right? Or this firm is facing in terms of market manipulation, information barrier, employees conduct, and everything in this array. We developed the platform with ability to handle everything with out-of-the-box capability, with a very advanced a technology stack that enables, from one hand, flexibility on the data side. So we are very keen on the data. We are very eager on understanding the data and managing the data, all the way towards understanding what people are really saying, reading between the lines, understanding what people really meant when they were saying something. Is it a real risk or just a figure of speech? So really understanding what people are meaning, to put it into the context, to put it into the relevant conversation before and after, related to the trade, related to, to the actual business, related to the position of the person. All of the above is based on two legs: data, very, very, very obsessed with data, and very strong analytical stack. I would say AI stack, which is built from multiple layers that Ofir can explain, that provides a very robust platform that serves different use cases from market abuse monitoring to information governance or record keeping, to trade reconstruction, to information barrier or insider trading. So there could be multiple use cases that we address with our platform.
Fantastic. It looks like a very, very advanced platform. So Ofir,
very advanced platform, yes.
So maybe Ofir, as a CTO, can explain us a little bit, not in detail, because maybe not everyone understands, but we have some bulk of people. What makes your technology so unique? And I understand it's also multi-language, or you do mostly?
Definitely.
Yeah.
No. Multi-language, support many languages these days. We have customers from all over the world, literally from APAC to US to Europe. So language is very strong. Language support is very strong in our product. So Shiran started to mention it. He mentioned the end-to-end electronic communication, but from technology perspective, when you're looking at the problem that you want to solve holistically compared to how it was solved, then it defines the technology stack that you will use, the design of the product, of the software that you are going to build, and we are building and improving all the time, and it makes everything, or all the use cases and all the requirements, from data integrity, which is very important to our customers, and not just because data quality is important to any system, but because this data is regulated and they need to be accountable for what they're doing and how they manage the data. So every aspect of the product was built to basically support the exact need of the compliance team. I think that we were the first company that actually built from scratch a product that is built for electronic communication compliance, with the compliance people in mind and their challenges and big problems that they have around this data set. So everything is derived from those challenges. And even if we're looking at our AI models, Shiran mentioned read between the lines, and this is exactly what we are always trying to help a customer, unveil the risk from their communications. But there are many ways to unveil the risks, but there is a specific way and a unique way that we have done it that allows our customers to really understand why we have an alert right now, and what are the actual insights that our models can basically surface to the compliance officer, because again, they are accountable for the quality of alerts, and showing the alerts to the regulators, and for them internally to manage the risks.
Fantastic. So Now I understand that we are after COVID environment, and many companies shifted to hybrid approach to working from home and the office. So it's specifically challenging for, I believe, compliance officers, because they used to go to do a kind of oversight in the one space. Now they have to oversight in every mobile device. So how are you guys solving this issue?
So yes, COVID and work from home in general exploded the number of communications, of electronic communications, the number of channels, communication channels that our customers and banks or any company, even us, are using. We're seeing adoption of Teams and Zoom and Slack and things that were kind of financial services were more conservative about a few years ago. And from us, it means that we need to basically, we allow our customer to get any data from any communication channel into a system seamlessly. This is not a this is not a project, this is not a complication for them. We take everything, our product does it automatically out of the box, and it simplifies their life to be compliant in a very, very short time.
Mm. All right, a question to Shiran as the CEO, because you guys just announced your Series B, I believe, $20 million, and it tells us about the round and what it's like to. Can you tell us what is it like to raise money during this challenging period, and what is your approach to innovation? How you kind of continue to innovate in the future?
Customers, right? The understanding the problems and innovating towards these problems and bring new methods and new technology to address it, to do things more secured, more operational efficiency, to reduce the total cost of ownership, to improve the overall coverage, to reduce the false positive, to be more accurate and more relevant and to bring new tools for this domain that I have to say was suffering for years from very neglection. Let's call it. It was neglected, right? It was the vendors that multiple vendors existed. They said point solution. They used to sell something, right? And that was kind of the standard in the world, and that everyone got used to it. When we are coming, we're trying to shake the boat and introduce new ways to do that. Sometimes it's harder for companies, for customers, for prospects to understand or to cope with us, to say, well, yeah, this is the right way. But I believe that with evolution of communication, with the digital transformation that happens in all these organizations, and with the financial crackdown or the financial pressure to reduce costs, to be more optimized, this is where the world is going. These tools are mandatory. So innovation and I would say, let's say, software innovation in its core, it's fundamental in our DNA, right? So we are a software company to begin with. We're also a business, right? But as a software company, we are looking to innovate, and anything we do, we are trying to do in the most optimal way and to find new ways, right? We need to have customers that are able to understand what we want to achieve and are able to use it, that need to be relevant as well to these customers. So that's in our DNA. And regardless if it's a down period in the market or a bubble or anything else that happens in the market, this would be in the core of our I would say, activities. Then regarding raising in this time, it's quite an experience, right? It's if I would just say that in this period where you are raising capital, and I think it will continue towards 23, there is a no bullshit approach. Okay, this is the approach, right? You cannot tell the stories only, right? Stories are not enough. Great storyteller and a great charismatic founder is not enough. I think that firms, and by the way, we like it. I think that this is the way forward to build a good and a lasting companies. But before that, everyone is comparing or was comparing regarding, how much is being raised and status. And the status was, or the progress or the growth of a company was very fluid, right? Everyone started to look at it in a different way. So, we are a business and we are very, very minded to our business and growing our business and to have a paying customers. This is the way that we are developing our products and developing our solution. As I said, we need to be relevant to the market, need to be relevant to the customer. That's the way forward. So by having paying customer, by having design customers, by having partners in the field, that's our way forward. So we were earning money from day one in Shield, right? We never had a period when we were just developing. No, we made money from day one. So for us,
no burning money, no burn period.
we are burning. It's fine. Like any startup that is in a growth phase, we are burning. However, it's always controlled, right? So in a time like this, and I have to say, if you take 1 year ago, the consideration would have been different for the VC community, right? They were evaluating growth and they would like to see hundreds of customers, small customers, which is a different business. But in this environment where, and I think this is the right environment. In any way, this is what's here to stay for at least for the time being. You need to show a very clear business plan and a very clear path towards profitability or break-even point where cash is king at the end of the day. And as long as we are showing it, and we were showing it by the way, from day one of our business, right? So we are always behind or below this line, but never to distance from it. And yeah, you need to define who to speak with. It needs to be very clear, not to spend too much time with people that everyone wants to hear you, right? In the VC community, everyone wants to talk, but we need to understand very quickly who is able to invest, right? So for us, it was, how can we focus ourselves very quick, and are we fundable or not? And I'm happy to say that we are fundable, and the demand is higher than what we were offering to the market. So, it's a good place to be. No criticizing anyone else in the market and no one else there, right? So just talking about ourselves.
Okay, maybe now one more question to Ofir. So we see a lot of regulatory pressure and fines coming from around the usage of the social media tools such as WhatsApp, TikTok for financial services. What's your view on that, and what people have to do in kind of reducing this?
Yes, so we're seeing an increase in pressure from the regulator and the level of fine that in the past couple of years, I think it exceeds 2 billion just for the usage of unauthorized WhatsApp. 2 billion.
2 billions.
Yeah. 2 billions for just the use of unauthorized WhatsApp communications. Electronic communication become a very, very hot topic in the market, and firms cannot neglect it anymore. And we are seeing it all over with prospects, with customers. Obviously, Shield has the solution to help them monitor the WhatsApp of the organization without creating privacy issues, etc. And help them reduce this risk, because it's something that you cannot just ignore anymore. And we're also seeing also the small firms are looking for the solution. This is not just the big boys' problem.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. So because we are running out of time, might be last question to Shiran. But I hope we will do some more deep dive interviews in the future. But now for introductory and overview. So where do you see your company Shield in 5 years, and what are the challenges you plan on solving?
Wow, 5 years is a long time. I believe that within the next 5 years, there will be many refresh cycles in the industry and in the financial firms themselves. And we are acting, we are not hoping, we are acting towards being the default and the go-to vendor in this domain. It requires a lot of innovation, a lot of development, a lot of, I would say, many different approaches towards the challenges in the domain, as well as keep on looking into additional use cases that are reflecting into these financial services or into the regulated firms. I want to believe that the problem, I believe, right, but it needs to also be validated in the market, that the problem of conduct and electronic and human communication will increase, right? Problem of human communication, chatting or communicating on different devices will increase in coming years, because this is where the world is going, right? More and more ways of chatting and more ways of communication. And I would believe that the challenges that we are resolving today will exist in additional industries, perhaps in a different form and shape, perhaps in a different pressure, regulatory pressure, perhaps the KPIs will be different, the appetite for risk is different. Regardless, still, we would like to, I believe that there will come a day where, as part of your company risk assessment, as part of your ISO certification, as part of a ability to do IPO or to report to the board of directors, there will be a need to assess your employees' risk. Losing data all the way to sexual harassment and bullying in the workplace. It can be fraud. It can be multiple different issues that I believe that will be part of it. But there is a long way. It might be not 5 years. It might be 7 years. It might be a little bit more. But I think that it is where we are going. And then if it's there, when you have the entire technology set and that and we are well positioned into the very demanding industry of financial services, for us, I believe that it will be a natural pace towards this domain as well. However, need to say, currently, 100% focus on financial services, not looking to the right and not looking to the left, very focused on resolving. The problem is huge, the challenges are big, and that's everything that we are doing now and in the next couple of years anyway.
All right, we have 3 minutes, so maybe one last question to Ofir. So if we summarize our episode interview, so for someone who is listening, what would like somehow who is listening and would like to walk away with 1 or 2 major takeaways from this episode, what would that be?
Shield. I would say that basically the electronic communication compliance is a huge challenge with every firm that we are looking for. And our goal is help them read between the line, do it efficiently, cover more risks, understand more data, more channels, and basically make their life more easy. That's it.
All right. Fantastic, guys. Thank you very much for your time, and it was very useful to hear your approach about these risks and your specific. I know that Israel is a startup nation, and there are a lot of new technology emanating from Israel. So we will hope to keep you on our radar for further interviews.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
We'll be happy to join the next one as well.
Thank you.